Okay, we're now going to further our understanding of symbology and the stories that we find in various of the ancient writings. Today we're going to address Abraham and Isaac. Now, as many of you know, Abraham, in his quest to become aligned with God, was given a task by God to bring his young son on a journey to a temple and sacrifice him on an altar. And in keeping with Abraham's alignment with God, he said, "As you wish," and he brought him on a 3-day journey. And in that 3 days, he looked upon his child and marveled at how gracious and lovely and kind and aligned the child was. And he also observed quite parentally that he was very, very attached to the child. And so, as the days grew, the days carried on the 3rd day, they arrived, and in the morning he was to sacrifice this young, beloved child, a very special child to him. And the morning came, and he put the child on the altar, and he took the knife that he was to sacrifice the child, and he raised it above its head to do God's will. And at that very moment when he had committed, the angels, they came and stopped him from slaying his son. Why? There's all kinds of things that go through our mind when we think about God tells you to slay your son. That's not right or just or real. But is there something deeper to it? Perhaps. What's the metaphor? What's the symbol? What is Abraham slaying? Or what has he been directed to slay? And he's prevented from slaying his son. He found a sheep or a lamb in the bush and sacrificed the lamb in his son's stead. Now what? What is that symbolic of? What is it that you're slaying? What is it that you are directed to do? Could it be your lower self? Could it be a commitment to aligning your lower self or your personality in adherence to the dictates of the soul? Maybe. Could the directive of the soul be prepare the lower self so that I could infuse the personality with my being, with my essence, with my directive, with my intuition? Could it mean that we need to give up our personality's state of control, state of being, and we need to embrace our soul infusion so that we can take direction and directives from on high, as the saying goes? Food for thought. Let's think on this.